Okay, besides me snapping off the other day on my ex-boss, I have not been online and talking about political stuff or anything that's happened to my family or the book that came out about my family. After being banned from social media, I figured I'll take it to the streets. Maybe if I talk to the people in my community, maybe then I can get something done. People put up signs all the time on phone posts that yard sales, missing animals, car for sale. I see all kinds of stuff. So, I guess monkey see, monkey do. I didn't figure it to be a problem. It is not illegal to put a pedophile notice out in your community. But it is illegal if you have the mayor's name on it, linked to it, because his family's been recording child rape for NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Love Administration, or Association, for 50 freaking years. Oh yeah, that's illegal if you do that, okay? If I cry, it's because I'm hurt that so many people has turned their heads. Like, for 6 years, I've been on the internet. A lot of people know who I am. My son was beaten, handed back to me, bloody, naked, drugged, and raped. And this city covered it up. So do I really think I'm going to have a fair trial? And do I really believe that this was an act of the same people who kidnapped my grandson when they did that to my son? Yes, because they did it on the anniversary of us going to FBI agent Shelby Smith. And I don't see it a coincidence that they let my son see his grandmother and they beat her on the same day, so that way my son and my mother can see them both beaten. And it's my fault because of what I speak. Well, it wasn't my fault when I was beaten in Biloxi until I was deaf. Blood coming out my ears because a man didn't want to feel like he was raping a child, and that's what he was doing. I know this family's history, and they're all dirty and crooked. They're all nasty, sick people. My mom still calls me every day now. She doesn't use the phone just to tell me she wants to go home. I am supposed to be allowed to pick her up. But that is farther from the truth. Because if I could pick her up, I would have picked her up a long time ago. I have sacrificed a lot in my life to expose the stuff now that's being talked about on the mainstream. And the two biggest things that I sacrificed is my family and my friend's life. My mom is being tortured on a daily basis and can't come home. Excuse my car. They're supposed to be fixing that. It sounds like it's haunted because I get to be off for a while. And I get been off for 4 minutes. It just starts knocking. It might do it again. And, oh yeah, and I don't live in my car. I got that blanket down because I right now have 5 dogs at my house. My friend's, he had a heart attack. He came to me to help get straight. And he worked with me, and he did great. And after 10 days of sobriety, he had a heart attack. Now I got 5 dogs at my house, and when I vacuum that mess up back there, oh yeah, I got these too, by the way. This is why I'm going to jail. Yeah, that's why I'm going to jail, right there. That was printed out by my friend over in New Orleans. She gave them to me when she had left. Yeah, there are people out there that aren't good, but at the same time, you know, they're bad. I just don't want when people think I'm sleeping in my car, because I'm not. I just came down here by the water because it's more peaceful that way sometimes. So anyway, for those who don't know, the Deadline: Confessions of a Dixie Mafia Assassin, that came out in 2019, I think. I don't remember anymore. Well, this letter was written in 2019. And it's from the author of the book to the FBI. Me and my family, my friend, my son, we sent this to every government agency, this letter, when they tried to kill my mom with lithium and tied her to a bed and left her with no food or water. Zuckerberg and other Twitter and Indeed, Indeed, I forgot what it's called. All these social medias, they have blocked all my content. So, like, everything I'm saying, for those who just pick up on my videos, they don't know if I'm telling the truth or not. But when you get banned from social media, it's obviously not because you're stupid or you don't know something, you know? Obviously you know something, and they want you not to be talking about it. This right here is the definition of what NAMBLA means. I tried to ask that attorney, and she said I was yelling at her, to my court pretender. She calls me 15 hours before my court date and tell me she's going to represent me. I don't know nothing about my case. Now she's telling me, okay, now I'm being in trouble for putting out video on YouTube. I did not get arrested for putting on a video on YouTube. I got arrested for putting inappropriate signs on a phone pole. And I got the most peaceful resisting arrest and something else. I mean, he gave me like 3 charges just because I asked him, hold up, what am I being arrested for? Can I record this? You know? So, like, I got out my car, put my hands behind my back. It was nice. It was the most peaceful resisting arrest I've ever seen. Now, after I'm in the cop car, and I still didn't know fully exactly why I was going to jail. Because then at that time, they said it was a phone call. Well, you know, I've been getting phone calls from people in my community that want to hide pedophilia, that think it's okay to harass me for showing the public what real pedophilia, where they could go find child rape videos, okay? They want to harass me. So I call them. I said, will you please stop telling your fucking friends to stop calling me? You know, we can have a debate about this. Let's do it face to face in the public, not in a freaking courtroom where he has people that kiss his booty because he's the mayor of the town. No. I said in public. Last names are patented and trademarked. Well, I want to say 2016, I was looking up the Gillich family. That's when I had a threat upon my life. Somebody kept saying all kinds of nasty things because I looked up the Gillich family tree and I posted it on the internet. Exactly what the internet was putting out. You know, that was before they was able to manipulate Wikipedia and all that stuff and start changing things and say something else that it didn't say before. Believe me, if you read something one day, make sure you screenshot it if it's something that might be changed. Because I guarantee you it probably will be. Probably be changed about 6 or 7 times. I'm just saying. So, one day, I don't know, I was looking up something about NAMBLA. Right here. You know, I was typing in them. I was doing a video about the transgendering of children for the all-age drag show out in Denver, Colorado. I went out there and I've already protested against that because these are someone's foster children that are being groomed and manipulated while they're still in diapers to be the opposite sex. If you didn't know, about 75% of these children try to commit suicide before they're 16 years old. Anyway, something had me put in Gillich, the last name Gillich. I pulled up 19 sex sites. These right here are just 6 of the sex sites. Alright? And one of them that really struck my eye is this one. China Clinton Gillich. Transgendering children. At one point in time, our county at Hancock County had every child in state's custody. Well, since then, the sheriff got murdered. Supposedly he shot himself in the head. And they tried to destroy evidence. They did burn evidence at the beginning of the pandemic. Every county did. They had controlled burns. One week, one county burned. Next week, another county burned. And they were burning paper. I was watching the kids that had these big-ass trucks driving around here. Well, they also have four-wheelers, too. They were over there running gas in and out. See, I was recording that stuff at the beginning of the pandemic. Just like I recorded the trees and things like that. No one asked me why the trees, but a creator took me on a 25-state challenge, and I recorded 5G damage on the trees. And then after I got back home, I was removed from the internet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm just some crazy old lady, you know? But just so you know that this isn't fake and just something that I printed out. I have this in my car. Hold on. This is the actual book. I have not read the book myself because that was almost a year of writing, constantly going through my stuff repeatedly. And then what happened to my son. And when I said I sacrificed my best 2 friends in their life, I read their obituaries before they died. They saw their own obituaries before they died. My best friend told me, he said, ignorance is bliss. And now he's dead. So, I know their stories and what their background is. I know what they were dealing with up there in Tennessee. It's really not good. So, it's really hard to get on here and speak anymore. I'm not crying I might go to jail. Because really, I don't care. If I go to jail, oh my God, I don't have to fucking worry about working. I don't gotta worry about anything. I might be able to actually get some rest. You know? Maybe. And then I'll go in there and wake everybody up. I'll go in there and wake the criminals up with all my knowledge. I'm not scared. I'm just over everything. I'm over people. Oh, they make music. Oh, we gonna stand up for this. We gonna stand up for that. If you're a victim in this country, you're pissed. Whatever. Let me tell you something. If you was standing up for something, somebody would have done stood up for my damn family a long time ago. Only people that has had my back, really, and that has helped with my story being known, is Diesel Automatic. When he took my conversation of telling the news anchor off when she said that she got caught on live mic saying that she had Jeffrey Epstein's files and all this years ago, but she never reported on it. And I snapped off on that lady. Yes, I did. And that lady and the man that was the stuntman for Batman and Spider-Man and some other things, they did a documentary a few months later talking about MK Ultra sex slaves. that was a thank you to me, because they didn't even know what the heck that was, and they admitted it in their documentary. My friend had one of my friends send me it. I cried the whole day that someone finally recognized something. It's really weird watching my mom growing up and stuff was happening to me. Watching her happen to get a sex show correct. She had to have it right. They did bad things to her. They burned her with cigarettes. They cut her hair. They burned her stuff. They took her money. These people did bad things to my mom. And to this day, she thinks they're good people. She doesn't understand that they are the ones who put her where she's at. Since this pandemic, my mother has not had proper mental health medicine. See, that thing is going off again. I'm going to give this video to the guy that told me the car, because I told this car down on it. Now we're at 15 minutes in and that thing is clicking like the battery should be dead or something. That's so weird. But, yeah, if I go to jail, I'm not that worried about me going to jail, so don't think I'm crying about that. It just hurts my heart that these people have so many people in power everywhere and they can get away with what they've done. And I know what they've done to my family. And I know what they've done to many others, because this is on a scale that most people can't even wrap their minds around. I know I'm doing the work of my Creator. He let me live through everything I lived through as a child. He let me be strong enough to talk about things. He's let me see things that other people normally wouldn't look at, where it needs to be shown. So is my Creator real? Yes, He is. So if I go to jail, I'm there for a reason. There's somebody there I'm there for. And I know that. So I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about my mom. I'm worried about my family that's left. What's already happened to them and been looked over. I just wish the people that knew me and used some of my words in their music would actually tell my mother's story. Not mine, my mother's. Because everything I've done has been because of my mom and my grandson. I love my family so much. But I'll never get to be able to show them or tell them. Because if I do, they'll probably hurt them. And they know that. As long as I stay away, they're fine. That's what they told my son. They told my son before they beat him, if he came around me, they would kill him. And me, well, I'm still here, and I wouldn't care if they did, because at least I went out doing what's right in life. I'm not sitting there with my mouth shut and letting bad people do bad things to everybody anymore. I can't do it. I don't want to be around people that's doing that. And it's a lot of people out there like that. They're trying to say that I threatened this man harm. People who really know me know that I have never caused harm to nobody, even through the kidnapping of my grandson. The people shooting at me. People make my tires fall off. People standing up in my face and tell me I'm racist over a stupid mask. I've never harmed nobody. I've never lifted a finger to hurt anybody. So, them trying to say that I'm a really danger is a joke. But, hey. Only thing that's dangerous is the truth and the words coming out my mouth, right? But that's called freedom of speech, but we don't have that. That was taken away from me a long time ago. I'm just really upset that I'm being threatened with this time, and they have not even cared to research these sites to take them down. That's what hurts me the most, is there's kids. I had to click on them to know what's on them. And I'm watching 3 girls. One is a mixed little girl, it looked like she didn't know what to do. She's humping the air on a transvestite, and this other girl is tonguing it. You can't get them images out your mind. And knowing that it happened to you as a child with the same people, it is still going on today, and now it's like on the internet. That is so fucked up. So, do I take on to jail with pride for this? If they put me in jail for this? Hell yeah. I think I'll wake up a lot of motherfuckers in there. So, I'm going to ask tomorrow for my court date to be, moved from this county. Maybe even from this state. I am going to ask for a continuance and for a new attorney. I don't know what I will get. I'm going to try to print up the papers tonight so I can file my own damn papers. Because obviously I know what I'm doing when it comes to filing court papers, because I learned how to write them backwards from all the crap they kept giving us when they kidnapped my grandson. I was threatened that if I ever wrote another court paper, I'd never see the light of day. I'm allowed to represent myself in these fake-ass courts with your fake court pretenders that want to contact you only a few hours before and then tell you that you went to jail for something other than what you went to jail for. So now y'all added something, so I know 110% I'm being railroaded, and you make the statement, well, they'll I'll dismiss myself and they'll have court on. Go ahead and go on with court with you. You know, you can't. That's fraudulent. You cannot dismiss yourself and put me into a courtroom and have no representation when threatening me with jail time. No, you cannot do that. So, I'm not a dumb person here. Let's just say that. And the judge really needs to think about the 4 questions that I asked him before I left court. I like to have a copy of my court transcript since y'all like to follow my YouTube. How you think about that one? I have money to pay for it. I know how much they normally run. I just need from the time that y'all started talking to me until I walked out your courtroom. Please, respectfully, so I can properly represent myself. Unless you're going to give me a real attorney to help me. Because you think I'm incompetent since I put out factual information on polls that the city of Biloxi fails to investigate because they already know what's going on. Much love.